A very, very strong Terran player. So far in 2015, he's only come out twice, but he's won both of those games. He's doing quite well in individual leagues as well.
Yep, he's defeated Lenok and Terra in current games in his pro league. Very nice, and he has lost to one Terran. I don't remember who that was.
That must have been last season.
Yeah, that must have been. Yeah, his TVZ is looking insane. Some of the best TVZ I've seen in a long time. Really understands the matchup. His TVT, though, something else. He has been, he's kind of stumbling in recent times, getting dominated by TY in GSL, as I believe you were casting, Valdez.
Yeah, me and Artosis did that cast last Friday.
So a bit of a stumble. And here's Bbyong. Bbyong, currently 4-4, defeated Marine King twice, Life and Solar. Lost to Stats, Maru, Creator, and Bravo.
Okay. So going down to both Maru and Bbyong, or rather Bravo there in TVTs. Two very strong Terran players, very good at TVT especially. And taking down Life there, that's a pretty big win.
That is a massive win, actually.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
Especially since Life was able to take down Maru, and of course the finals of I Am Taipei. But guys, regardless, we're going to jump into game number 4 here. It's going to be Dream versus Bbyong. Down here in the bottom right, in the red, the Terran player versus SK Telecom. It is Dream.
And up here in the top left, it is the CJ player Bbyong. Now, if Bbyong wins this, CJ win the match, Valdez. Very important match. Obviously, want to avoid that ace match if they can help it.
Of course. I mean, SK Telecom has just got such a deep lineup. They have so many different players they can use in the ace match.
They have way too many players they can use in the ace match.
It's obscene. It's disgusting.
It would have to be one of the hardest kind of ace matches to think about.
Of course.
On a map like Deadwing, you know, a lot can happen. Pretty much every race can play on that map.
I mean, CJ Antis does have a decent amount of players that can throw out there as well, namely Hero Bbyong, maybe Byol there is number 3.
Yeah.
But just looking at the rosters, comparing them head-to-head, definitely SK Telecom gaining the lead there. And so far, look at this gas first coming out of Dream right there on 11.
Yeah.
Whereas it looks like from Bbyong, he's going to go for the racks.
Yep. Bbyong going to be playing a little bit more greedy. And we did see this is from Dream in GSL. He loves his kind of aggressive play. Didn't make it work against TY, but maybe Bbyong may be a little different against it.
Well, TBT, one of my favorite matchups. I'm very happy that we get to see it tonight.
I think it must be one of everyone's favorite matchups. It's just such a dynamic sort of matchup, and in recent times been very action-packed with a lot of these gas-first builds coming in.
Even Bomber the other night showing a really, really cool build. Able to take out TY, was it? Game number 4? Someone over there. I remember it was a really cool build where he actually just attacked. Before that bio was able to get going, he just went for a ton of Hellbat drops, I guess you can call it, onto the tanks that were sieged at the natural. And just went in with a huge attack there off the 2 base. But regardless, a different matchup. Just talking about how TVT is very, very fun to watch and play. There's a lot of different things the 2 players can do. And actually with this gas first, the first thing we're going to see is, of course, that factory coming down, but he just follow up with the Reaper. So he wants to, get that fast factory, but he also wants to see what's going on in Bbyong's base. So maybe a slightly delayed starport here with that scout. Makes it a bit safer, I guess.
Yeah, it'll make things a bit safer. You'll get an idea of the timings behind what Bbyong is doing. And yeah, I mean, it's not a bad choice going Reaper on this map because there's a backdoor sort of getting in. There's a bit of a backdoor ledge that you can sneak into. Gives you a sort of a full view of the base. And he might even take it to show us with that Reaper. There it is.
He's going to wait, actually, at the ledge back at his base, possibly for a Reaper coming out of Bbyong. Of course, he doesn't know the build of Bbyong just yet, so he's just making sure on the defense so far is this Reaper. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, and Bbyong going for his expansion already, making that command center in the main base. And going to go for Reactor Factory, so no doubt some Hellions going to be coming on the map. Going to give him all the scouting he needs and apply some pressure to Dream, but I think he's going to need them at home for what Dream has planned. And I think it is going to be Banshees, Valdez, as we see a tap flag finished and lifted off.
Okay. And double gas taken as well, so possible cloak coming in. Let's see exactly how far Dream goes with that. The Reaper is now coming towards the front of the base. Maybe just scouting for now to wait and see when that CC comes down. But actually going to jump in here. 2 Marines in position. It does see the CC.
He sees everything. He sees exactly what he needs to see.
Oh, so the start part as well?
Yeah, he sees the starport, sees the CC, sees the Reactor Factory. He's like, okay, so this is what I'm up against. This is what I need, and he is making that Banshee. He's making a Widowmind as well. Getting that cloak now.
Yeah, we do see an engineering bay coming out of Bbyong. So you'll be safe with that. Maybe we will see a missile turret coming down just to defend against possible shenanigans from the Banshee.
I wonder if we're going to see mech from Bbyong. I'm getting the impression we might do as we see this Hellion fight go down. Ooh, nice micro. And now there's 3 Hellions against 1. Widowmind will even the odds. Ooh, very close.
Yeah, nicely done by Bbyong to identify that. May just send 1 Marine forward.
Yep. It's going to let him up the ramp, and we could see a lot of potential damage here, Valdez.
Yeah, one of those Hellions really weak from before, and now 2 Hellions against 1 here with an extra Marine, and just waiting for that possible Banshee to pop out here for the defense. Right now is Dream, but delaying a lot of mining time, and all those SCVs lining up at the same time.
Yeah, they really are. That is way too much damage on these SCVs. We're going to see a lot go down. 5 go down already, 6. And this is damage he cannot afford to take. 10.
This is possible game-ending damage. Even that 1 Marine in the back was doing some damage. 12 SCVs have gone down, 13 now. But now the Banshee is in position to possibly get some extra damage. But the Viking is going to come back, and there are 2 missile turrets already. So that cloak not going to be doing much here.
Yeah, not going to be doing much at all. And it's so important that this Viking is there. And, I mean, he has 2 CCs at this point. His economy is just going to get so much bigger than Dream's. Dream is going to have to do a lot of damage with this Banshee and with whatever else he can get coming up.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can actually find that much damage. A second scan comes in here.
Oh, it's still not going to be enough. Ugh. It's kind of gross, actually. And he's going to get that missile turret there.
Yeah, missile turret comes up here. 1 Banshee will go down. 7 SCVs compared to the 14 that Dream lost, plus that extra CC is putting Bbyong way far ahead.
25 to 18. He is pretty damn ahead, not to mention 2 mules to none. 2 mules to 1, sorry.
And a follow-up drop here from 4 Hellions coming in, do some extra damage to those weakened SCVs from before, getting 3. And going to boost out of there in time.
Not bad. Not bad at all. And from here, I think Dream really has to make something happen, and he is going to make something happen. Moving across the map now with the Banshees, with the tanks. Going for that 1-1-1 build that we have seen in the past. And looking at the defense we do see from Bbyong, there is a window. There is most definitely a window here.
Hellions pushing forward, trying to get some damage onto that siege tank before it moves across the map. He's going to lead with those smartly, protect those Marines in the back. And like you were saying, we're going to have to see a lot of damage come out of this attack from Dream. He doesn't even have a CC behind this. He's looking to possibly end the game with this attack.
Well, I don't know, man. I think he might be able to. If there's only Hellions to defend against this, plus a bunch of Vikings, to 3 tanks and then a bunch of Marines to help buffer for them. Here we go. He's already pulling the SCVs. And Hellions coming in from every which angle.
Yeah, even dropping some in there. He gets a nice surround on the first tank here, and he's going to get another surround, dropping down those Vikings. He's actually going to totally clean this one up now.
Okay, I didn't even think it. I thought it would be a little bit more of a fight than that.
Well, you know, Bbyong engaged quite well. He ran in with the SCVs right before those siege tanks were sieged up, so able to get a good surround before taking too much damage, only losing 2 there. We do see a bit of a follow-up here. 4 Marines as well as the Banshees. But, I don't know. Bbyong looks pretty safe here, I have to say.
Yeah, he does. More than enough Vikings to take down a Banshee. But there is a second Banshee and more Marines moving across the map. Still, Marines are never going to do well against Reactor Hellions. Never, ever, Valdez.
Yeah, of course. Some Hellions pushing forward. We're going to see a bit of a bunker push at the same time. Possibly do a bit of a slow one. Another scan will be used. That Banshee getting no damage here. Ooh, nice micro there. Actually splitting up those SCVs, allowing the Widowmine only to hit one. Now the Vikings going to drop down here and fight with those SCVs to tank. And the Marines are just not enough. We have Hellbats now. We got Hellions chasing at the same time.
Yeah, there is really nothing left at this point. And we are seeing a Siege tank and another Banshee, but one more scan will get rid of that. And really, Bbyong just has to wait for more Hellions so he can make him into Hellbats and crush whatever comes his way, because Marine tank at this lower of a count is not going to stop Hellbats.
Yeah, and look at this. We do see Dream going for an expand finally, but he's down more than 20 SCVs. 21 to be exact, and he's still looking to put on the pressure, but I'm not so sure about this one. He's going to have to find a lot more damage, possibly with these Banshees. They haven't gotten much damage earlier on, but now getting some SCVs in the main, getting 2 of those, now up to 3. But he's going to have to fly out, of course, with that missile turret in position. But here we go.
Hellbat drop goes down, and Vikings landing, and this should be another easy cleanup. And what does Dream do from here? There's simply nothing he's getting done with this 1-1. And he is expanding very slowly, and I think by the time it's finished, Bbyong might just actually want to move across the map and finish the job.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to wait just a bit more, get a little bit more production. He knows he is way, way far ahead. He's going to be sure about this victory. Once that blue flame finishes, man, this is going to be quite one-sided. We do see even a third CC coming down here for Bbyong, so not looking to end the game right now, just looking to extend that lead.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, why not? You are so far ahead. You are up 40 supply.
Yeah. May even just do the 2 at the same time. Look for an attack while expanding.
Yeah, 2 tanks in a bunker. He can deal with that. If he lands the Vikings, he should have no problem dealing with that. More coming across the map. Hellbat's pretty damn good. Not committing to it just yet. Instead, going to go for a Hellbat drop into the main base, which is not a bad choice either, considering how exposed it is.
Yeah, another cloaked Banshee coming in here towards the natural, able to pick up a couple kills. We get another SCV here, 5 in total. When you add in this Banshee in the main, going to get a 6th one and a 7th one. And actually, Bbyong taking a bit of extra damage here. Going to lose even a supply depot with a supply drop on it. So heavily supply blocked now is Bbyong. And this Hellbat drop coming in now from Bbyong, looking to do some extra damage in the main, forcing a pull out of Dream.
Yeah, getting 6 SCV kills so far. Looks like a couple of Marines. They can't even get out alive, and it will. Really taking not much damage at all. Still the essentially 40 supply lead for Bbyong. Waiting to get his composition up a little bit higher. Not investing in anything just yet. Yeah, he's pretty critically supply blocked actually, and he's only just started making supplies now. Drops a supply depot actually.
Well, Bbyong, like we said before, just looking to play this safe. He's even breaking down those rocks to open up that third base for him. He's going to float that CC over and just look to possibly just go for like an attack on 150. I mean, he is going for mech. It's a bit of an older style. We do see another Hellbat drop coming in here.
Yep, a lot of Marines going down.
But it will be eventually cleaned up here.
Yeah, not much else done. 50 supply lead now for Bbyong. Bbyong finally getting into tanks. Finally happening. This is the one thing he needs to really help close the deal, I think. He's always going to have superior production, and no matter what he decides to make, but yeah. I mean, with tanks he can siege, and with tanks he can finally start fighting the tanks of Bbyong. And Bbyong's Dream's tanks. And it's simply just not enough. Not enough production from Dream at this point.
Yeah. He got way, way far ahead early on in this game, so struggling at a deficit for a long time now. Do see the Banshee trying to come in and do more damage. This is pretty much the only way at this point that Dream can get extra damage done and try to struggle his way back into this game, but so far not getting all that much damage. We do see this tank a little bit taking a bit of damage here. Those Vikings are finally going to get over here and kill this Banshee. You see 3 SCVs in total going down.
And now we're seeing Dream move across the map with a bunch of Marines, 50 Marines, 3 tanks. I don't know what he what kind of plan he has for this. So I feel like no matter what, even if it was only Hellbats, he could defend against this very easily just with Hellbat drops. So But I guess Dream has to do something, right?
Yeah,
He
and
can't
look at
just
this.
stay over this side of the map.
Exactly. I mean, Bbyong, he is playing so safe. He made 2 sensor towers. He's just like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I get 3 bases up super safe, and you can't do anything against this. He's going to see this drop coming in. It's a huge Doom drop. He's going to have to get back there in time to defend against this. He just have a barracks even floating out here to see exactly what's coming in.
Oh, and it's going into position for it as well.
Barracks is chasing the medevacs here, and he sees the drop coming in.
Busted. And let's see the reaction. You see the medevacs coming up with a lot of Hellbats. They're going to get a nice drop off. And I don't see this doing too much. Here we go.
Yeah, this is going to be totally cleaned up here. Even pulling the SCVs to deal with this. And the Vikings coming back are going to clean up all the medevacs at the same time. He's going to try to drop in the front at the same time. Only 4 tanks here for the defense, and now the SCVs have to be pulled for the repair. But at the same time, it looks like it will be eventually cleaned up and pushed back. He will resume mining at that 3rd base at the same time.
Not a bad trade at that sort of fight. I mean, getting rid of all the tanks, sure, that helps out a bit. Kind of what Dream needs, but Dream is just using everything he has to kind of do this damage. He's down about 80 supply at this point, Valdez, and I don't know, man.
Bbyong is making 2 more CCs. At this point in the game, I'm like, dude, you could just crush this guy.
He could actually
He's just playing super safe about this.
He could actually just A-move and probably win the game.
He definitely could, especially after cleaning up all that drop shenanigans out of Dream. 26 Hellbats to 17 Marines. He's making a 3rd CC, because why not, I guess. And here we go, coming in with the drops from the Hellbats. Going to go all over those tanks. The Vikings in the front as well. All the SCVs are pulled, but not enough. GG. And Bbyong will end this matchup 3-1 for CJ Entis, so they will secure that 2nd place spot here going into the playoffs.
Very nicely done there. Sealing the deal. Much needed win for CJ, that's for sure. And no doubt a huge relief on their coach. And that was a lot of fun, fellas.
Yeah, it really was. I had a lot of fun in these matches, actually, these games specifically. I was expecting it to be a bit more SK Telecom sided, but CJ Entis really showed up today. That's really what I have to say about this. Bjell played amazingly in that ZVZ, and then Bbyong there, just pretty standard, straightforward. TVT there was able to take the victory.
Yeah, I mean, looking at kind of the results, Bjell was definitely the guy that caused the upset that really led to the victory of CJ.
Definitely.
Without him, it probably would have gone to an ace match at the very least.
Of course, yeah. I mean, Dark is such a huge opponent to take down. Bjell's going to be sleeping well tonight, that's for sure.
Yep. Nice little victory going into the playoffs. That's exactly what they need.
Well, Moonblade, who do you think is going to be the MVP of tonight here for CJ Entis?
Ooh, I think it's going to be Bjell.
I would love to see Bjell come in there. I want to see him talk about that matchup as well. See what he has to say about the build order, about scouting, all the lings, and that entire ZVZ. See what he has to say.
Yeah, thinking about who else it could be there, I mean, there really isn't anyone else that I'd probably want to hear from personally.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Bjell in there. Dream looking pretty sad about that loss, understandably.
Yeah. He's still got to fix up his TVT. Once he's got that fixed, he's going to be a pretty big threat. His TVZ already looking disgustingly good.
Yeah.
So
that's the best way to describe it. It's disgusting.
It's horrible to watch.
Especially coming from a Zerg player such as Moonblade.
Yeah, something to remember, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. Bbyong here. You see the opposite sides of the coin. Dream looking very sad. Bbyong looking quite pleased with himself. Putting on a big smirk as he cleans up his booth. Well, guys, we do have the results from today. So far, we did have Innovation taking a 6